It's really straightforward, actually, using the standard emitter and some cloth. So I have a piece of paper just made out of a plane. I'm going to make it 85 by 110 just to get the rough proportions. And my width and height segments I'm just going to knock down to 10 because we don't really need that many polygons. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it editable right away by pressing the C key or the button over here, and then we'll get straight into the cloth tab. We'll go in cloth tags, cloth, and with that selected we can come over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is under the forces tab, in the tag tab I'm going to leave everything stiffness 100, flexion, 25. I don't really care about that right now. Forces, however, I'm going to remove gravity entirely and put it at 0. Wind direction X I'm going to leave at 0. Y I'm going to put at about 1.5 maybe, because this is going to be how much it rises. And the wind direction for Z I'll leave at 1 for now, and I'm just going to leave all the other things. Wind strength, sorry, I'm going to put at about 0.5. And then I'm going to go and get my emitter, and I'll rotate it so that it's pointing up. I'm pressing shift to get it to snap. So it's rotated up 90, so now it's going to shoot straight up. What's happening now is, if you see, I don't know if you noticed, but our plane is lifting on its own. It's not an emitter, but it's just what the cloth is doing. That was happening before I put the emitter there. So you can roughly see the shape we're going to get. Now I'll take that plane and I'll make it a child of the emitter. And under the emitter we have birth rate 10, render 10, and that's just way too many. I mean, if we go to show objects here in the emitter, they're going to be colliding, and with a simple emitter you don't have any collision. So we can't do that unless we switch over to thinking particles. So I'm going to knock that down to like 2, which is still a nice amount really, and we're still probably going to have collision issues. I'm going to slow down the the speed to about 100 for now, and rotation I'm going to switch to I don't know, maybe 15% right now with 100% variation. And now we'll see, we have a nice variation, and we're still getting too many coming out because they're moving too fast. But I'll knock it down to 1 for now just to play around with it. And then I'm going to add wind also from the emitters here. And the important thing with the wind is, well, it's going to blow it to the side for us, of course, but more specifically we want some fall off. So I'm going to go into the wind object, turn on the fall off, and make it a sphere, and just stretch that out as far as we need to go there. Doesn't really matter at this point, but we can now see our paper going. I'll make the animation a little bit longer, say 300 frames, and I'm going to make sure my emitter is actually going to emit for 300 frames. And there we go. And they're all just a little bit different. You can up the render now that we have them moving a little bit further, the birth rate render. So you're going to get a few more. And since we're using simple particles, you can put in turbulence or gravity or whatever else you choose.